Welcome to the banks of Norton Disney, and more specifically, Hodgett Lake, where I'm going to be for the next 24 hours or so. And rather than just a casual little session, I thought I'd add a little competitive element to it with none other than Carl.
Curly, you're going down.
Go. You're the one that said no rules?
Yeah, no rules, like decent. Oh, you absolute.
Get that one open, mate.
Yeah, cheers.
We haven't filmed everything, but there's been a lot of cheating going on in this swim, let me tell you. 100%. It's been ridiculous. And I've kept my cool until now, but I've had enough. So right now, we're actually 3 hours into the match. We haven't had a fish yet.
Yeah, which wouldn't normally be a problem, but we're at Norton Disney, Hodgett Lake, and the guy over there has caught one, and the guy opposite has caught one, and there's fish jumping absolutely everywhere.
And according to the website, 1,004 carp in here. Don't forget the 4.
Yeah,
very specific. So a lot of fish moving, a lot of fish jumping, but not a lot of motion on our bobbins. So long way to go yet, and it could still happen. But rewind to yesterday, getting here, it was a long old slog to get here. It took me 5 hours.
I am done. Can we just eat and go to bed? He's finally here. A little bit late.
So we were going to start yesterday, but the weather was horrible. So we just chucked some bait out, cooked some burgers.
Some homemade burgers. Homemade?
Yeah, made them this morning.
From your pet cow?
What do you think we do in the West Country?
Farming!
Holy macaroni. Look at
It's not macaroni, actually, it's a burger.
Oh.
Look at the size of that. Ain't no mushrooms around here, buddy.
I thought we'll get started this morning, which we have done. I got my rods out first. I've just gone solid bags on all 3 rods. It seems to be a going tactic on here, from what I've heard. Prior knowledge. Then you got yours out, so tell me what is not Alex's approach.
Get the rods out and get back in my bivvy. I don't know who chose these dates, who looked at the forecast, who chose to come up north.
In case you didn't gather, that was sarcasm. It was his choice, his dates, his location.
You mean this was my idea? I'm bucking the trend. I'm going with the pop-up rig.
Me, of course.
Yeah, I'm going to do 2 on just normal pop-up rigs over there, and then it's a little bit more weed in the corner, so I'm going to just solid bag over in the shallow a bit.
Whoa, 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 whoa.
What?
I'm messing.
It's going to be like this, is it?
Well, whatever, mate.
You're messing with my brain already. It's mind games, and we haven't even really started. Lead clip.
Keep narrating.
Fluoro boom section. Pre-tied spinner rig from the shop. Because I still haven't figured out how you're supposed to tie them.
Where's the shot on the hook?
What do you mean the shot?
Shot on the hook, mate.
What are you talking about?
Why the f*** do I even do these f***ing things?
Oh, no, we're not filming underwater, so that doesn't apply.
Hold on, I'm not recording it.
Oh, you stop it. I can't tell when you're...
Seriously, the rain's...
I can't tell when you're being serious. Are you filming?
Yes.
Okay. That didn't work. Right, no messing with me this time.
I haven't done any messing.
No, you have. You've been trying to put me off. That cough's awfully bad, isn't it? Your terrible cough.
And we just sat back and watched lots of fish roll.
They're crashing everywhere. It's not even like there's just one area. They just keep jumping all over the place. And other people on the lake are catching, but we're not just yet. There's still time though.
Yes. At the moment, it's fairly civil, but there is no rules in this match.
No. We'll see how that works out.
No rules.
I can't sit here waiting for something to happen.
For those that didn't see, just wound one in and one's clattered right where it was. But there's been so much activity down that margin, it'd be stupid to ignore.
Yeah. Don't lick it.
Think fast.
Have you actually licked it?
I've licked it.
I gave up on that spot quick.
Your head's gone, isn't it?
I know, it's just screwing with me. They're jumping everywhere and I'm not getting a bite.
I've got a shot on the hook, mate.
That's not it. I refuse to believe that that's the answer. I will not buy another rig component, I swear.
This way you turn to the camera and say, but buy my method feeder kit.
Oh yeah, you know, you can, that's okay.
That is not your swim.
Yeah, but it's wow, we said there was no rules.
Yeah, but yes, that's someone else's water.
But no, it's not your swim though, is it? So
I brought one in, I'm going to send one along. They're still showing out there, and although it's deep out there, and I don't like zigs, I'm just going to put one in the general vicinity. But because I know it gets upwards of like 30 foot out there, I'm not sure if the bag is going to stay intact before it even hits the bottom. So I'm going to double bag it and send it one long. Leave those two on the spot and just see if moving one around, I can make something happen. Because sitting watching motionless rods is not something I'm going to do when I've only got less than 24 hours left. Here we go. Double bagged, ready to fire out. So with that rod slung back out, I thought I'd quickly run through the method I'm using on this session. Now, solid bags is something I've used in my fishing for years, and the way I do them and tie them has been the same for years and years as well. And it starts off with the Gemini tiny stems. I've used these ever since they first came out. I did a video on them for Carpology, I'm gonna say 4 years ago, maybe more. And they've just been all I use for my solid bags. They're so easy to tie loads up. As you can see, I've got multiple tied up before I came fishing, so that if it starts to kick off, which would be nice, I can just cut the line, tie a new one on, or if you want to loop them, you can, and they're ready to go once again. But inside that is a pretty simple rig as well. It's probably, what, 4 to 5 inches of really supple braid, a little bit of putty in the middle just to make that sit down nicely, because as I load my bags, I sort of put the lead one side and put the hook bait at the top. So I want most of the hook link material to sink into the bag and be discreet, and then the hook bait will sit on the top. Now, the actual end components has been pretty much the same on everything I've always used. I like to stick with a curved shank with a bit of tubing for a kicker, and then I use a supple braided D section. That's how I've always used them. As you'll see, as you've seen lately, I've been utilising the shot on the hook with a lot of my rigs. It's done really well with my clear spots or resetting Ronnie-ish type setup. So I thought I'd try this in my solid bags. It's not something I've used before, so I'm yet to know if it will work too well in a solid bag, but it's been working on other rigs, so I thought I'd give it a try. Hook bait wise, keep it nice and small in a solid bag. I don't want anything big in amongst it because I'm using micro pellets, so I want to keep something fairly small, easy to suck in as well. But of course, that little element of high vis and wafter aspect. This sits on the lake bed really nicely with the bottom bait on the bottom, as you'd expect, and then that little topper just wafts around, giving a little bit of an added attraction. It's like the cherry on the cake of the solid bag. So once that melts down, that's sitting on the top. It's a nice little mouthful of bait, which none of the carp seem to be interested in at the moment, but that is my plan of attack. I'm going to knock this one back up, so I've got them all spare, ready to go, just in the hope that if it does kick off, I've got loads of bags ready to cut off, tie on, and we're good to go. And one last thing to mention is I'm actually using the tubing kit for this session. Pretty much the same as the standard ones. You can use these naked on the line, maybe a bit of putty to pin the line up. If you like using tubing like I do, the whole kit comes with like a little stem which goes over the top of that loop. There's a little kit that helps you tie that all on, but to be honest, you slide the tubing back, cut the line, put a new one on, slide the tubing back down, and there you are, fishing a solid bag setup with tubing. So it's perfect for venues that only allow tubing, but I'm a tubing lover. I think I've said tubing enough times in one sequence to fill the rest of the video. But that is the method I'm using. Hopefully it pays off. Another little trick you can do with these, if you don't pierce a hole in them like I do, where they're, if you want to get them really compact too, suck on the stem. Solid!
I'm losing my head. I'm reeling in rods that have been out for 15 minutes and casting them again because I'm panicking.
Now I'm panicking.
This is supposed to be the easiest lake. 1,000 fish.
1,004.
Sorry. And I can't get a bite. So confident now. All 3 rods, triple take.
You having a stroke?
No, just backlining.
Oh, well, I was getting a bit worried for you there, mate.
Joe.
Oh. Never has a carp mattered more to me. I have an opportunity to beat my nemesis. You know, like since I've known you, Joe, we have just been at each other, you know, since day one. Like you were my competition, I was your competition, boom. And I'm settling it. Can I make it 1-0? We're gonna have to tell the viewers that we actually really like each other, because otherwise they might believe all this. Eh? You're not my friend? You wouldn't call me a friend? Mate, it's been 15 years, man.
A big word.
Fine. Fine. Lake record.
How does it feel, to be fair?
I don't know, it feels like I'm reeling in a bit of wood or something. It's just...
Carl's got wood.
Big. It's not doing anything, I'm just reeling it in.
You're reeling in an unmelted solid bag.
Can you imagine? It's a big, heavy, solid bag on the end. Oh, you have got to be joking. Right, never mind.
What happened, Carl?
What do you mean, what happened? You saw what happened.
I didn't actually, I was chatting to you.
I just lost it. What if that's my only bite? No! I need to rod back on that spot immediately. Oh, I got to wrap the sticks before I put the bag on.
Look how flustered he is.
I saw the glory. I felt the trophy, and then it was pulled away from me.
3, 8, 16, 4, 2.5.
What do you mean 2.5? There isn't half.
Well, it worked, didn't it?
Right, let's try that again. 4,
17,
5,
3,
6,
6,
7,
54, 2
8,
3/4,
9,
16 inches.
10.
Have a wrap.
Yes. 11?
Oh, that was 2.
No.
Yeah, that's your old number.
So that would be 12.
No, that'd be 3.
Right. Last time.
It's getting angry, look.
10. 11.
Just want to get a better shot. What's it?
11. 11. 11.
I've got a job to do here, Carl.
12.
Make a video. What are you doing?
No, what are you doing?
See, these are in the wrong spot, see?
No, they're in the perfect spots. 11. 12.
No. Wait, I went there when you were on 9.
16.
So that's
17.
That's 12.
So, no, it's
No,
7.
you're on 4 now.
No, hang on, if it's 17 wraps, then I should have ended on that side, because that's odd.
I'm telling you, you've got it wrong.
I'm going to have to count it back in the other direction. 9, 10, 11, 12, 13,
11,
14,
11, 11,
16,
11.
17. Yeah, see, I got it. I wasn't even put off in the slightest. You're having a laugh. I know. What's that? What is that, Joe? You didn't even try.
It's quite hard ground, to be fair.
There it is. That's where we started. Thank you very much. Oh, you absolute...
Yeah, that one opened, mate.
Yeah, cheers. Now the rats are just gonna love me.
Why are you acting like that was me? You hit the floor.
I did not hit the floor.
You did, right there.
I just happened to hit the floor when you were stood behind me.
Quite frankly, I'm offended that you're blaming me. You've lost a fish and you got really spiteful.
Yeah. Yeah, now I'm just taking it out on whoever's closest.
Well,
Stop it.
that's out of your water. That's my water.
The funny thing is it actually is.
I know. We looked at the swim map and your water is over there.
So I've literally, I've had one bite and it's come from your swim.
Yep.
Right, last
The
one.
ugly truth behind YouTube success. Fish at all costs.
Oh,
I'll probably be silenced. This video will be taken down because he's pally with YouTube now. Oh, I've done it again.
Can you feel that? Oh,
That one hit the rollulet. I can see
yeah,
where
it did it now, did it?
It hit right there.
I got boilie crumb in my eye.
So I'm going to get out of your swim because I'm going to get hit in a second.
Mate, there's corn all over the gravel.
I think I was putting you off. There you are.
We got another one. Yeah.
We've got to stop meeting like this.
No, I don't mind this. You filming me catching fish,
We haven't caught one yet.
trying to catch fish. Well, well, I lost one earlier.
Oh, really? Oh, you got one on?
Yeah. And I'm not losing this one.
Do you want me to know it?
I'm going to say no. I've got a suspicion you'd bump it off. Come on then, that's got to be £8 to put on the board. Yes, yes, yes. Woohoo! I got a feeling it might be one of the smallest ones in here, but I'm going to take it.
And the crowd goes wild.
Way! The round of applause. Where's the round of applause? Woo! Hallelujah. We're off the mark. The competition is
It's really ramping up.
hotting up.
Well, as you've already mentioned, there were no rules in this match. Carl's just had 2 bites in the space of 10 minutes. So I'm going to bring a rod in, put a fresh bag on. As soon as I see his rig land, which I know is his furthest right rod, I'm going to ping one right over next to it. Can't beat him, join him. Here it goes. No rules, mate.
That has just landed exactly where I'm fishing. In fact, that might have crossed my lines.
Should we film this fish then?
Well, what I was about to do was spot out some bait, but I'd technically be spotting over your rod now.
Well,
wouldn't
you're
I?
in my water, so I'm just using my water to more effectively. You're the one that said no rules.
Yeah, no rules, like decent. Like, it's just steady, not just straight in with the...
If anything, your rod landed a bit close to mine. Just because mine went out after.
Sure. Anyway, let's film my fish, shall
To
we?
be fair, that wasn't a bad freehand cast next to yours. It was like within a rod length.
That was literally, it couldn't have landed any closer. It's like I've got 3 rods on a spot right now.
And one of them's in my swim.
Yeah.
Sweet. Well, hopefully it goes off.
That is exactly where your rig is.
Perfect. Thank you.
But it's also where 2 of my rigs are.
Teamwork makes the dream work.
You keep telling yourself that we are off the mark, or rather, I'm off the mark. Joe is sadly just struggling, really. He's just struggling with his fishing. He's struggling in life. He's just... I feel for him. I really do. Anyway, this fish is, what, 15 pounds?
Behave. I know there's no rules with that. Well, that's a Facebook post, £15.
Yeah, if I go back here and hold it like that, then I could have £15. You gonna give me £15?
I'm gonna give you. It's double.
I
reckon he's about £10 too.
Yeah, yeah. We'll just go with 10. Sweet.
That's a nice solid £8.
No, we said 10.
7 if you're gonna start complaining.
Look at that. £20.
6.
£26. Buzzing. Happy days. Oh, I hate the feeling of blanking, don't you? Just when you haven't had any bites, it hurts.
Clutching at straws. Come here, Carl. Well, hopefully from the intro of this video, you would have saw loads of action, which is to come later on in the trip. Because right now, it's been pretty turgid stuff, hasn't it? There's been 2 bites, both for yourself.
And they were in the space of about 5 minutes?
Yeah, it was like 1 minute window.
The entire rest of the session, not a bleep.
Yeah.
Weird.
And I've tried now Zig, which I've adjusted from 5 foot to 8 foot. It's now at 10 foot. In 18 foot of water, I'm just seeing if anything happens. You can only have 1 rod on a Zig here, which is fine by me because I don't like using Zigs. But with the amount of shows we've seen, the depth of water, it'd be silly not to try one when nothing was happening on the deck. Baited up spots, fresh bags. I think it literally is, if they were there, we'd have them, but they've not been on our spots.
Yeah, I mean, they're moving around a lot, clearly, but not settling on our bait just yet.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe tonight.
Fingers crossed. Really do hope so. No, if it's anything like yesterday, it gets dark right on cue. The sun's coming out. It gets dark probably just after 6 because we're further north. Whether that's the case, I don't know. But it's pretty dark pretty early last night. So we've only got about 3 to 4 hours of daylight left. But there was a lot of shows last night. There could be a chance that it kicks off tonight. It's got to kick off at some point. The amount of bait we've given them, we're fishing efficiently.
Yeah.
I just think it's a matter of time. But it'd be nice if it happened in daylight hours. But anyway, we're going to stay here and continue having a kind of podcasty chat about all things YouTube and whatever. That's going to be on next week's video. So if you're not already subscribed to me, make sure you are, and you'll see that one next week. But for now, in this video, this is going to stop. And hopefully the next time you see us, won't be with a fish.
I really hope so.
Tea is brewing, but I need to do some more in the fishing side of things. I've tried jigs, I've tried poaching where Carl's been catching from. I've tried my original spot. I had one in the margin earlier. Nothing seems to be working. We're going into the evening. We've only got probably an hour and a half left of light. So what I'm going to do is take my marker rod / spod rod, have a little feel around it in the margin to the right. I like the idea of having one in shallower water. Nothing's been fished down there. We saw a few fish show there this morning. So have a little feel around, see if there's any clearer areas, because I know there's a bit of weed down there as well. And then the other 2 rods are going to stay out on the spot that was baited last night. Fresh rigs on all of them, fresh bags. Probably most of the bait I've got left, because there's this many carp in here. I'm sure that if they come across me, they could clean you out quite quickly. So I'm going to just go all my eggs in one basket and hope that works. There's only a lead of, what is it, £4, Carl, you had, your carp?
It's a bit bigger than that.
About £3, so there's not much in it between us. Any fish could swing it around, to be honest. So let's get going, do all that stuff, and hopefully going into the evening, I'll have the best chance of a bite before the morning. Where I want it to.
So, one of those splashes was the cast.
They're showing. They're showing.
They're showing out there.
Sorted.
There you go, sir.
Thank you very much.
Dinner for the second best fisherman on this trip.
Did you have to ruin it?
Joe, I got one.
The bite was so slow. It was just like, and then the bobbin was like, and then I was like, no. Yeah. Anyway, it's on and it's pulling back a little bit.
Nice. So I've got all of about an hour to suddenly claw it back.
Yeah, but like, think about it. All three of your rods could rip off at the same time, and they could all be 30s, and then people would be like, "Who's Carl?" Fish with Joe.
Fish with you don't even know my channel name.
No, I mean, as in, we'd have to delete the Carl and write Joe. Nothing but Blanken is the channel name, right?
Yeah, well, it's being here that counts, Carl.
Oh,
social,
the
sunrise,
the nature.
Yeah, I mean, when my journey, excuse me, ticked into the 5th hour, I thought, you know what? I hope I just have a really nice sunrise on the second morning.
Yeah,
that's all that matters.
Yeah, you'd drive as far as you drove for the sunrise, really, wouldn't you?
Oh yeah,
yeah.
And I have, so I'm leaving happy.
And you fed the fish, and the fish are going to be grateful.
Yeah,
and they'll remember that.
Mhm.
You gave them half a bucket of cell, and those carp will be so grateful.
And a bit more.
And a bit more.
It's probably about 7 kilos has gone out.
Oh really?
Yeah. So they've been fed well in my swim.
Maybe you gave them too much food.
Well, every now and then I was like, "There's 1,004 carp in here. If they come across you, they're going to feed." So,
I mean, maybe they did feed. Maybe they're still munching right now.
Could be. There's so much bait out there that trying to find my solid bag amongst the masses is just not happening. So, I still have an hour, but it's not looking good.
It's not feeling all that big anymore, but it would be nice to land it. What if it's one of the 30s?
Well, good for you. Yeah, in all seriousness, regardless of who caught it, this video needed another fish.
I wouldn't say we were getting desperate, but the amount of time we spent filming the sunrise.
You were still in bed, and I was like, "You might want to get out and have a look at this. It's quite nice."
Oh, but my bed was warm. It has been quite a cold session, hasn't it? It's been surprising. The clear sky last night, the temperatures dropped big time. Thank you, Edna. Thank you. You're helping.
Oh yeah.
See, we are good friends after all.
You see that tumbleweed then?
Oh,
I've already put some really poor CGI of a tumbleweed at the back as well. Got it. Oh no, nearly let it back out.
Yes! I mean, with the amount of time we've got left, I couldn't have dreamed of a better result. It's been pretty hard fishing, I won't lie. The sudden drop in temperatures is what we're going to blame that on. But I got another one. Yes.
Does it feel hollow being in the flyer peg?
Well, I don't know why you're calling it a fly peg, because earlier you were saying that I was fishing in your water.
You were, and then you moved back.
No.
Caught again.
I did.
We haven't filmed everything, but there's been a lot of cheating going on in this swim. Let me tell you.
No.
100%. It's been ridiculous. And I've kept my cool until now, but I've had enough.
How much time do we have left, by the way, of this competition?
You don't need to rub it in. This is the last fish. I need to wind in about 10 minutes. Well done, Carl. I hope you're happy.
I'm happy, Joe, but I'm happy because a long-term friendship has been reborn.
The beef is gone, is that what you're saying?
We've settled our differences, we've come together, we've gone fishing together for the first time in absolutely ages, and it's been good.
Well done, Carl.
Look at that, £35 to add to the tally. It's a beautiful carp.
It is lovely.
Farewell. The sweet taste of victory. tastes even sweeter when you're in the flyer and you had the swim pre-baited for you for 3 weeks.
We've come to the end of the session. We don't need to do a tot-up of the scores. We didn't weigh any of the fish, but it's pretty clear that you won.
Or maybe just by a little bit.
By a few pounds of
Yeah,
ounces.
yeah.
So well done, Carl.
Thank you.
But in all seriousness, we've had a great time. Like, it's been really nice to just fish together, because I think, how long has it been? It could potentially even be like
Too long.
10 years?
Yeah, something like that. Yeah.
Maybe not quite 10 years, but a long, long time that we haven't even fished together. So of course we added the competitive element to it for YouTube's benefit of entertainment. Sorry I didn't do my part on catching anything. I was upset as, well, more upset than probably you guys are.
You did your part with the
did.
burgers.
I genuinely, and also fishing-wise, I don't think we could have done much more.
No, the fish were showing all over us, but the bites were very hard to come by. It's quiet across most of the lake, so.
So next time, I think what's going to have to happen is I pick the menu.
Oh, okay.
I'll get the flyer swim roped off for me and pre-baited. And we'll have a rematch. If you guys want to see a rematch, I definitely do, because I need to regain some credibility against you. Let us know in the comments section. Hope you enjoyed this video, and thank you once again for joining me on the second best fishing channel on YouTube. The first being Carp King, by the way.
Oh, yeah. Let's go fishing.